Welcome back to Mind Coliseum. This is the second video of the second sign that you may have low self-esteem. In the first video of the first sign, I shared with you how thinking negatively about yourself, or just thinking negatively about yourself, instead of considering that you may have positive attributes, contributes to your low self-esteem. So the first video was about how you thinking only and focusing only on the negative parts of you contributes to your low self-esteem. In this second video of the second sign that you may have low self-esteem, I will share with you how the way you view the world contributes to your low self-esteem. I will explain that to you now. Go back to the first video. Okay, I spoke about accepting yourself. So instead of just focusing on the negative parts of you, focus on the positive parts of you and then accept yourself. Then you will feel better about yourself, because self-esteem doesn't mean you don't have anything negative about yourself. It just means you accept all the good, the bad, and ugly about yourself. So now I want to relate that to how you see yourself relates to how you see the world. So if you see yourself as someone who can be positive, negative, and everything else, chances are, because you accept yourself like that, you will also see the world like that, because the world is full of the positive and the negative, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's the world as well. When you come to see the world and accept the world for what it is, the people in the world for what it is, when you come to that realization and that acceptance, you will have a higher self-esteem. And I'll tell you why. The way we relate to people contributes to how we feel about ourselves. If you accept that there will be good people, there will be bad people, there will be ugly people in terms of characteristics, there's a certain way that you will go about in the world. I'll give you an example. If you know that, okay, people can say they'll do something and they won't do it, right? You know that you shouldn't ask much or expect much of certain people, right? You shouldn't ask certain things of them or expect certain things of them, because they will not show up for you. They will not pull through. So you don't put the expectations on them. What does that mean? You are not going to surround yourself with people that you know they will not honor their end of the deal. If you say, let's meet, let's do this, let's organize, and they don't turn up, you will not. In fact, you wouldn't even ask them. You wouldn't even ask them, because you know that there are people like that in the world and you've observed them. And because they don't disappoint you because they didn't show up, because they don't disappoint you, you cannot feel bad about yourself, can you? If you make a meeting with someone and they do not show up to that meeting, if you make an arrangement and they don't show up, you will feel bad. You might even take it personally. You might even internalize the disappointment and make yourself think it's your fault. But if you know, okay, this person behaves like this, they act like this, they speak like this, I cannot trust them to do what they say they would do. They have no honor, no integrity. Guess what? You're never gonna ask to meet them at a certain time, at a certain place, because you know they won't show up. So you do not get to be disappointed. Because if that happens a lot, you will be disappointed a lot. And if you're disappointed a lot, you might start distrusting yourself in choosing the right people to be around. And that lowers your self-esteem. Imagine how you would feel if you make a plan with somebody and they show up on time? How would you feel? You feel great because you feel like you made the right choice. You would trust your sense of judgment. And that adds to your high self-esteem. It builds your self-esteem higher and higher because you know you are someone who has good judgment skills. You know how to observe people properly. You trust yourself. Your self-trust increases. But if you, on the other hand, make a plan with somebody and they don't show up, and they don't even show up on time as well, you will not trust your judgment anymore. You'll be frustrated, you'll be disappointed. And imagine if you were around people like that. Only people like that. You are now someone who will always be disappointed and frustrated and pissed at the world and angry. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you accept the world as it is, when you accept the world, because you are interacting with the world every goddamn day. When you accept the world as it is, because you interact with the world every goddamn day, there are certain things you will not put up with, certain things you will not be a part of. Therefore, you will not be disappointed. If you are interacting with the world every day and your interaction is full of only disappointment and frustration, how can you have a high self-esteem? However, if you're interacting with the world every day, as we all do, and you only interact with the type of people that you know will not disappoint you, you're gonna feel good about yourself. You will feel good about yourself. Because you have accepted that this person is like this, I cannot trust them to be on time or to even turn up, so I don't ask them. But this other person, they can be trusted. They are reliable. They are punctual. I can trust them to organize a meeting and discuss ideas, and they will show up. See, now you are accepting the world as it is, because these people, they are the world. They are the world. They are the world. These people are literally the world. So when you accept this person for being unreliable and you accept this person for being reliable, you can now choose to go with this person because you accept the world as it is. Whereas if you don't accept the world as it is and you choose to be blind, you will be asking this person who you know is unreliable to meet, to be punctual. You'll be expecting things from them that they will never be able to provide. But when you accept the world as it is, you treat each person according to how they are, because you accept them as they are, and don't forget, they are literally the people who make up the world. Stay tuned for the third sign that you may have low self-esteem. Stay blessed.